Hello students, today we are going to start a new chapter of Business Studies, class 12th, and the name of the chapter is Directing. This is part 1 of that chapter. And students, first of all, we are going to discuss meaning of directing. Directing means telling the people what to do, and after that seeing then they are doing their work efficiently or not. That is called directing. It means that giving direction or providing instructions through the people what they will have to do. And after that, they will have to check then they are doing their work efficiently or not. That is called directing function. Features or characteristics of directing. First one is directing initiate action. If the manager or superior provide direction to their subordinate, so with the help of that direction, the subordinates are able to do the action. It means that directing function initiate action, because if the superior provide direction to the junior, that time with the help of instruction the junior start their work. So that is called directing, and that initiate action. Second main feature is continuing function. Directing is a continuous function. If the senior provide direction to the junior and after that junior finish the work, then the senior provide next direction to the junior. After that they finish the work, then again they provide direction. It means that directing is a continuous function. It is a never ending process. The next characteristics, directing takes place at every level. There are 3 levels in the organization: top level, middle level, and lower level. And directing requires at every level. The top level provide direction to the middle level, the middle level provide direction to the lower level, and the lower level provide direction to the junior of lower level. So it means that directing function is pervasive in nature. It exists on every level. The next feature is directing flows from top to bottom. It means that the senior provide direction to the junior one, the junior provide direction to the next junior, and the next junior provide direction to the next junior. It means that directing flows from top to bottom. The next feature is performance oriented. Directing always provide regarding from official work, not for personal purpose. It means that it is performance oriented, not impersonal matters related. The next feature is human element. Directing function involves study and molding of human behavior. It means that the molding behavior of the human being is called directing. So in directing, human being is the main element. Importance of directing function: to initiate action. Directing initiate action because with the help of directing the junior staff started work. That is called initiate action. The next importance is to integrate employees' efforts. In directing, number of employees are working at different levels and at different job position. That every employee is different from different one, but all are interrelated. So the directing integrates all the employees together. The next importance is means of motivation. If the superior provide direction to the subordinate, that create motivation between subordinates. So with the help of that directing function, the subordinate feel confidence that increase their motivation. So directing plays important role in the motivation field also. Bring stability and balance in the organization. With the help of directing function, the organization brings stability in their goals. For example, salesman wants to reduce the price, but the senior staff does not want to reduce the price because the main purpose of salesperson is increase the sale, but the main purpose of senior staff is increase the revenue. So with the help of directing function, both people integrate with each other and bring stability in their goals. To facilitate changes, with the help of directing function, the subordinate can easily change their behavior. For example, if new technology comes in the organization and every employee is comfortable with old technology, but with the help of directing function, the senior staff provide direction to the junior staff. With the help of that direction, the junior staff agree to change. It means that directing function also facilitate changes. Element of directing. There are mainly four elements of directing. First one is supervision. Second one is motivation. The third one is communication. And the last one is leadership. Now, supervision plus motivation plus communication plus leadership is equal to directing because all are the four elements of directing. First of all, we are going to discuss supervision. Supervision is the combination of two words. The first word is super and the second word is vision. Super means over and vision means seeing. It means that overseeing of the performance of the employees is called supervision. In detail, the supervision means provide instruction, guidance, and after that monitoring the work of the subordinate and observe that they are doing their work efficiently or not. That is called supervision. It means supervision not provide only direction or instruction. In supervision, instruction, guidance, after that analyzing or monitoring that the employees are working efficiently or not, the whole function is called supervision. Here one diagram is given. In this there are three factors. First one is management, second one is supervisor, and third one is subordinates. Management related from top level, supervisor related from middle level, and subordinates related to lower level. So management provides plans and policies to the supervisor. It means the top level provides plans and policies and that instruct to the supervisor. Then supervisor provide instructions related from plans and policies to the subordinates. Same as like subordinates provide suggestion and complaints to the supervisor and the supervisor provides complaint and suggestion to the management. So that is hierarchical order. Importance of supervision. First one is ensure issuing of instruction. The supervisor makes sure that all instructions are communicated to each and every employee. The top level and middle level plan out the instruction and the instruction are issued only by the supervisory level management. Facilitate control. With the help of supervision, the top level easily control their subordinates. It means that with the help of supervision, the superior control their subordinates. optimum utilization of resources. If proper supervision is exist in the organization, so the employees are work efficiently, they don't waste the resources, they utilize the resources in most optimum way. Discipline. With the help of supervision, it means that if supervision is exist in the organization, so the employees work in disciplined way. They follow the discipline. Feedback. The supervisor are directly dealing with the subordinates. So they are the best person to give feedback of subordinates. It means that proper supervision provide proper feedback to the subordinates. Improve communication. If supervisor properly observe to their subordinates and with the help of supervision they can understand their subordinates and the subordinates can also understand to their supervisor. So with the help of supervision, the communication skill between the supervisor and subordinate increases. Improves motivation. If proper supervision is exist in the organization, so if employees are not doing their work properly, that time the supervisor gives the corrective measurement to their employees. They tell the employees that this work is wrong or this work is right. With the help of this supervision, the motivation of the employees increases. Maintain group unity. Supervisor play a very important role maintaining group unity. Here one case study is given. Manoj is working as a supervisor in Galaxy Limited. He listens to work suggestions and grievances. He rewards the workers for good suggestions and handle the grievances timely. He insists on free flow of communication to solve the conflict among management and workers. While scheduling the duties, he also consults the workers, explain the functions performed by the Manoj as supervisor. So in the above para, we recognize that there are mainly three functions are mentioned. The first one is improve motivation. The second function that discussed in the above para, that is improve communication. And the last one is maintain group unity. Then the next point is motivation. Motivation means inspiring or stimulating the employees to perform the work in their best capacity. Motivation is a psychological term which means it cannot be forced employees. It comes automatically from inside the employees. It means that it is a willingness to do the work that is exist in the internal part of our body. Few interrelated terms. The first one is motive, second one is motivation, and the third one is motivator. Motive means objective. For doing any work, first of all, we will decide what is the motive of our work. That is called motive. So in short, motive means goals or objective. Second one is motivation. It is a process of inducing people to perform the work to their best ability. And the third one is motivator. Motivator is a technique that used to motivate the people. For example, suppose Ram is my student and Ram wants to achieve 98% marks in board examination. So that is the motive And for achieving 98% marks, Ram will continuously study 12 hours. That is called motivation. And their parents said, if you will achieve 98% marks, that time we will give new bicycle to you. That is called motivator. It means that with the help of motivator, Ram motivate to work. So there are three terms: motive, motivation and motivator. Features, characteristics and nature of motivation. Motivation is a psychological phenomena. It means that it is an internal feeling that comes automatically, not from force. The internal feeling such as need, desire, aspiration. Motivation produce goal directed behavior. If a person is highly motivated for their objective, so the person work more efficiently. Motivator can be positive as well as negative. The motivator can be two types: positive motivator or negative motivator. Suppose a senior staff provide motivation to their subordinates. That time the senior staff said that if you achieve the goal, that time I will give increment, bonus, respect, promotion. That is called positive motivation. But if you are not achieving the goal, that time demotion, stopping your increments, punishment as well as charges, fine. That is called negative motivation. Same as in our classroom, a teacher said to their student, if you get more than 90% marks, then I will give you a surprise gift. That is called positive motivation. But if teacher said, if you are fail in the examination, that time I will not promote you in the next class. I will promote you in the previous class. That is called negative motivation. Motivation is a complex process. Motivation is a complex and difficult task. Any person cannot motivate to anyone without knowing their need. So, for motivating any employee, first of all, we will have to know what is their need, because any person motivate only when we said about their need. Motivation is a dynamic and continuous process. If one person is highly motivated, that time they work more efficiently and completed their work and achieving their task. Then he again wants to the motivation. So motivation is a continuous process. With this, our video is finished. Now with the help of next video, we will discuss the remaining chapter.